Luke Bryan and Karen Fairchild, Home Alone Tonight.
New Country, The Wolf, Howlin' and Prowlin' Weekend. It's Brian. Thanks so much for having us on overnight. If you're looking for plans for Saturday afternoon, I have a perfect plan for you right here in Syracuse. I'll tell you about them in 10 minutes. Here's Jason Aldean on The Wolf.
Been going round and round. You should be here.
New Country from Cole Swindell in Syracuse. You know you're listening to The Wolf. It's Brian, Howlin' and Prowlin' Weekend. Thanks so much for listening. And if you're looking for plans for Saturday afternoon, you don't have to go very far. Right here in Syracuse, it's time to say goodbye to the grandstand at the New York State Fairgrounds. At 1:20 p.m. Saturday afternoon, the grandstand going to be going bye-bye. Going to be imploded, and you're going to be able to watch it from one of the parking lots, from the brown lot at the fairgrounds. And you can start pulling into that brown lot at 9:30 a.m. for the implosion at 1:20 p.m. Should be pretty cool to watch. It's going to be kind of bittersweet saying goodbye to the grandstand, though. So many good shows there. Carrie Underwood coming up. Thomas Rhett, Lee Brice is first, right here on The Wolf.
Crash and Burn, Thomas Rhett.
New Country, Wolf 105.1, 96.7. I wonder if 2016 is going to be as big of a year for Carrie Underwood as 2015 was. Maybe not having another baby this year, but hey, probably just as good of a music career, don't you think? Here's her latest with Sam Hunt, Heartbeat on The Wolf.
I love it when we're at a pub.
Brothers Osborne, Stay a Little Longer.
New Country The Wolf gives you more tickets more often, and we're going to keep our promise and send you to that Brad Paisley concert Saturday, January 30th on Center War Memorial. If you want to win your way in, make sure you listen to The Wolf Monday afternoon with Skip Clark after 3 for the push to get home for a chance to win those tickets. It's going to be great tickets for an awesome show. Cam will be there too. Here's Randy Hauser.
Jenna Kramer, I Got the Boy.
New Country, Wolf 105.1, 96.7. Brian working the overnight for this Howlin' and Prowlin' weekend. Did you hear the news about Gloriana yet? You know, they sing Kissed You Goodnight. Well, this is really big news. You don't want to miss it. I'll tell you all about it in 11 minutes. Here's Florida Georgia Line.
Keith Urban, Break on Me.
Number 1 for New Country, Wolf 105.1, 98.3 for downtown Syracuse. It's Brian. And have you heard the news yet about country group Gloriana? Their most popular song is probably Kissed You Goodnight. They also have Can't Shake You. But the country trio, Gloriana, their future, not looking too good because one of the singers, Rachel, has decided to leave the group. And Rachel's actually from Central New York. She grew up just outside of Utica. But in a post on Twitter, Rachel thanked her fans as well as Tom and Mike, the other two singers of Gloriana. But she has not revealed what's next for her yet. She said on Twitter, "This was not an easy decision, nor one that I took lightly. But I felt that it was time for me to move on and follow my heart. I sincerely wish Tom and Mike all the best." So I'm curious what's going to happen to Gloriana here in 2016 without Rachel being a part of the group now. Low Cash coming up, the Zach Brown Band. Jared Neiman is first, right here on The Wolf.
Loving You Easy, Zach Brown Band.
New Country Wolf, you can send me your requests on Twitter at BrianWolf1051 or on text at 31279. Here's Low Cash by request on The Wolf.
Sam Hunt, Break Up in a Small Town.
That song can refer to a lot of towns here in central New York, lots of small towns. So don't break up in a small town or that might happen to you. Kelsey Ballerini now on The Wolf with Dibs.
Thomas Rhett, Die a Happy Man.
New Country Wolf, Florida Georgia Line is on.
Jason Aldean, Gonna Know We Were Here.
Central New York's number 1 choice for New Country, Wolf 105.1, 96.7. It's a Howlin' and Prowlin' weekend. I'm Brian. Thanks so much for having us on. SU basketball back in action Saturday at 8 o'clock. The game will be seen on ESPN. It's a national audience. They're playing the North Carolina Tar Heels. Going to be a really tough game. The Tar Heels 14-2. The Orange only 10-6. So hopefully they can pull off a double loose into the national audience, but going to be a tough one, that's for sure. We'll all be watching, right? Go Orange. Luke Bryan coming up, Brantley Gilbert. Aircheck is first, right here on The Wolf.
One hell of an amen, Brantley Gilbert.
Hello, it's The Wolf.
Hi.
I know you want to win those Luke Bryan tickets, but we don't have them yet. Keep listening, though. We'll have a way to win your way into the April 9th show at the Carrier Dome coming soon, all right?
Awesome, thank you.
Home Alone tonight. New Country, The Wolf.
What you doing in this place?
New Country, Wolf 105.1, 96.7, Howlin' and Prowlin' weekend. It's Brian. Thanks so much for listening. We know you want to win your way into that Brad Paisley show coming up on the 30th on Center War Memorial Arena. Well, make sure you listen weekdays with Skip Clark in the afternoon starting at 3 He has some tickets to give away to you. Going to be great seat for that awesome show. Cam opens up for him. Here's Brad now, Country Nation on the Wolf.
Brothers Osborne, stay a little longer.
New Country, Wolf, I got my hands on the list of the top 5 ski lodges right here in upstate New York, and you're going to want to check some of these places out. I got married at one of them. It's really fancy. Coming up in 10 minutes, I'll give you the list. Here's Little Big Town.
Everybody's on.
Michael Ray, Real Men Love Jesus.
Wolf 105.1, 96.7, number 1 for New Country in Syracuse. It's Brian working the third shift, howlin' and prowlin' weekend. And I know we have many skiers out there right here in central New York, and I got my hands on the list of the top 5 ski lodges in upstate New York. And one of these places I got married in. Here's the list. We have Windham Mountain in the Catskills. That's in Windham, New York. We have Whiteface Mountain in the Adirondacks up in Wilmington, New York. Greek Peak, a lot closer to home, right in Cortland, where I live. We have Holiday Valley in Ellicottville. That's in western New York. And here's where I got married. Plattekill Mountain. That's in Roxbury, New York, in the Catskills. Definitely recommend checking that one out. And all these places look like they're really fancy as well. So if you're a skier, maybe check out one of these places. Maybe not this weekend, it's going to be raining. But maybe next weekend when it's colder. Jana Kramer coming up, Florida-Georgia line. Luke Bryan's first, right here on The Wolf.
Florida-Georgia line, sipping on fire.
Don't forget, you can follow The Wolf on Instagram at Wolf1051, keeping you updated on everything around the world of country music and right here at the station as well. One of the people we follow is Jana Kramer. She's a good follow, at Kramer Girl. I got the boy on The Wolf.
I saw your picture.
Low Cash, I love this life.
New Country, Wolf, if you caught Big D and Bubba Friday morning, they had Drew Baldridge in the studio, a brand new artist out of Nashville, currently touring with Granger Smith. Full interview with Drew, Wolf1051.com.
Barbed wire fence car.
Sam Hunt, break up in a small town.
Number 1 for New Country, Wolf 105.1, 96.7, Howlin' and Prowlin' Weekend. It's Brian. Thanks for having us on so early on this Saturday. Well, we found out, about a month ago that Coldplay would be performing at the Super Bowl halftime show next month. Now another act was just announced too. I'll tell you who that is in about 10 minutes. Here's Luke Bryan.
Rolling the bar.
Florida-Georgia line, confession.
New Country in Syracuse, you know you're listening to The Wolf. Thanks so much for having us on this Howlin' and Prowlin' Weekend. I'm Brian. Well, we already knew that Coldplay would be performing at the Super Bowl halftime show next month, but now Pepsi has announced that Beyonce is returning to the Super Bowl halftime show. She was there before, and she'll be back with Coldplay this year. So going to be some kind of collaboration, I guess, between Coldplay and Beyonce, which should be pretty interesting since they're two very different artists. But we'll see how it turns out next month at the Pepsi halftime show for the Super Bowl. Thomas Rhett coming up, Dustin Lynch, Brantley Gilbert is first, right here on The Wolf.
Hell of a night, Dustin Lynch.
New Country, The Wolf, it's Brian, Howlin' and Prowlin' Weekend, and this song just climbing the charts, racing up the charts. Love this song by Thomas Rhett. Die a Happy Man. You got it first. Here on The Wolf.
Baby, last night.
Luke Bryan and Karen Fairchild, Home Alone Tonight.
New Country, Wolf, it's Brian. You know what they say. Gotta run. I'm out for the weekend. I'll be back Monday night at midnight. Hope you'll join me back here then. I love spending my nights with you. Big D and Bubba coming up next with the weekend wake up at 6. I'll leave you with Eric Church, Mr. Misunderstood. Have a great weekend.
Sitting with a kid in your high top shoes, sitting in the back of the class, I was just like you.